Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mondayish podcast. It is episode 23, Jim, and we're starting off with me again, just to really confuse people.
That's it. Just because, like, we've learned that Dave can do the intros, and why not? Give him a shot. Give the boy a shot.
Let Dave intro the podcast as a treat sometimes.
That's it.
No, how are you doing? Welcome into the Mondayish podcast, everyone. If you're catching us live on twitch.tv/straightjacketjim, twitch.tv/Desane, or catching us later on YouTube, podcast services like Castbox, iHeartRadio, and the like, or Spotify, wherever you catch your podcast, it's the Mondayish podcast. We're just having a bit of fun. We're hanging out. It's a quick episode, high energy. Let's go.
Yep.
All gas, no breaks.
Thank you, Jacob.
How you been, man?
Yeah, I've been good. I actually just, like, when I got home from work today, I actually just caught up on the wrestling. So, like, the all gas, no breaks, just it sits well with me right now. But yeah, and I've been doing well. Been very busy between hockey stuff and work, and of course Pixel Expo. We're getting along with that. It's 2.5 weeks until that kicks off. So. We're at the pointy end, and I'm sweating a little bit trying to get everything in line and get everything sorted. So it's going to be fun. There's going to be some really damn cool stuff coming out. Like I'm going to do a bit of plug here for Pixel Expo at the moment.
We got the self promo right.
That's it. We got the self promo right off. We got Pokemon Go coming, not just like a community meetup, but Niantic's coming. Which is really, really cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
And we've got a proper esports stage this year. So big screen on the expo floor, as well as like pretty much all of level 2 of PCEC is Artist Alley and a big TCG area as well. It's huge. Plus 3 pavilions down on the ground level. So if you're not going and you're in Perth, you should go along. Support like a community driven event like this, because it's totally not for profit, so nobody gets paid in this except for some of the bigger guests, but none of the people organizing it get paid.
Yeah, no, that's it. If you're in West Australia, definitely worth checking out. Not sponsored.
No,
they haven't spread out to sponsor us, unfortunately, Jim.
You think we've got budget for sponsorship? Ooh.
We need the budget, the Dave budget.
Yeah.
But no, potentially Jeppy and I'll be rocking up as well. So come down, say hello. We'll look at trying to do a in-person podcast episode. It'd be a bit of fun.
That could be fun. Yeah, I have to sort out where we can do that. Lucky I've got a hotel room there. We could come and do it with a live studio audience with Jeppy and Nix.
Hell yeah. But no, Jim, important question. What have you been playing this week, man?
So apart from a little bit of SWOTOR, of course, because there's always the obligatory SWOTOR that happens a little bit. I've finally gotten out of that. Because I had to do the 5 weeks of that date night to get that achievement. So I've finally gotten out of there. So I'm continuing that one on in the story until I get the next companion that I romance to back and do that. So we're getting there. But on top of that, like, spoke a bit the last few weeks, we had Nick's playing Breath of the Wild, and I was looking at it going, I love that game. It's such a good game. And so I got back into it and went, you know what? I want to try and, like, not finish off, because, like, I found all the shrines on my main save file, and there's no way in hell I'm finding 900 Koroks.
I'll pass on that one. Hey?
Yeah, I think I loaded up the save file and I've got like 76. And I go, yep, that's cool. That's all I need.
Just another 800. What is it?
No, that's it. It's just another little 800. Sure, no worries. It won't drive me mad at all trying to find all of them. But no, so I decided I wanted to, like, because I've got there's the ancient armor that has some good resistance against guardians and stuff like that, and I've got it to the 3rd level of upgrades, but I want to get it all the way up. But here's the thing, Dave, I don't like grind. I do not like grinding to get something like that, especially when I've already finished the game. Like, grinding to finish a game, I can kind of get away with that, but grinding as an extra thing to do after I finish the game, no, not cool with that. So I was trying to do an item duplication glitch, which I've seen it being done, and I've kind of sort of done it in trying to do it, but it wasn't consistent for me. So, like, the idea is you've got to perform this glitch called the menu overload glitch. And basically what you do, you take the thing that you want to duplicate and you drop it on the floor. and then you take out a whole heap of multi-shot bows with shock arrows, and you've got that bow. You go into the menu, you drop it, equip one, unpause, and then pause again, and then keep dropping the arrows, keep dropping the bows until the picture of Link with all his equipment goes slightly invisible. And I've been able to do that. I can do that very successfully. The item duplication part of that glitch, I cannot do for some reason. I've done it once, and the rest of the time, it doesn't want to work for me.
Oh, bugger. So you're almost there. You've almost got it working.
Almost. I do kind of wonder though, if it's because I'm trying it on a Switch 2 rather than a Switch.
Potentially that could be an impactor. Hey?
Like I found stuff online saying that the Switch 2 versions of Breath of the Wild, these glitches still work. But I'm using a Switch 1 version of Breath of the Wild in a Switch 2, so I'm wondering if stuff isn't overloading as it should because the Switch has better memory.
You've got more VRAM or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting.
So I'm waiting for Nix to bring back around the Switch 1 so I can try on that and see if I can do the item duplication.
I like it. See, yeah, let's eliminate one of the possibilities. I used to... My time at Porsche is a game that I really enjoyed, and my time at Porsche had an item duplication glitch, and it was so easy that it just broke the game for me, because it was just one of those things where, like, all you had to do was sell an item to the shop while buying the item at the same time. You just hit both buttons at once.
Oh, wow.
And you just stack hundreds of these items, so you get like the perfect gift for everyone, and just stack up that you had 999, and every day you just go and give them a gift. So when I was getting the platinum, I did use that at the very end. I'm not above cheating.
And I think that's like, there's something about like you play the game and you finish it as the developers intended it, or at least you finish the game without using glitches or cheats or whatever. And then you'll go back and you want to enjoy the game. Although I will say I did recently, and I say recently, I mean this year, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. And once again, I've probably told this story a bit. I played Final Fantasy VII originally as a kid. I got about halfway through the third disc of 3 discs on the PlayStation, and then my PlayStation got stolen, and I could never bother myself going back and doing all that again. So after playing Remake and Reunion? No, Reunion's the next one. Rebirth was the second one. I played those 2, and I've gone, you know what? I kind of want to go back and get the end of this story. So, but I can't be bothered with it. So I've used a trainer to like get through it. And so for those of you that don't know, a trainer is another program that sits on your computer and basically boosts whatever you want, gives you all the items that you want, and just boosts all your stats to whatever. And so it just made the game itself a walkthrough, which is what I wanted. You know, I just wanted the story. But yeah, and like I guess where I'm going with that is that sometimes you don't have time for games and you just want to hear the story.
Yeah,
absolutely. And a YouTube video is just not going to cut it.
No, I can get that. There's something about beating the game yourself. And I know you were just saying, beat the game legit before you cheat. It's like, we didn't do that last night. Last night we finally got around to checking out Dark Scrolls, the auto scroller by Devolver Digital. And we were going through, we were doing our best kind of thing, and then, which is pretty common for me, and chat will yell at me because I do it in almost any game, I broke the game. I found a iframe thing where you could just have continual iframes while doing damage. So we just walked through the whole game. We beat the game like 4 runs in a row. And so I sent the VOD over to the company because, full disclosure, got sent a copy, #ad, all that kind of stuff. Just sent it back and just going, hey, you might want to look at the ground pound. The ground pound makes you immune. So like the final boss, you're just ground pounding him over and over and over, doing almost no damage, but just like you just chip away at all the bosses. It was certainly something. But no, Dark Scrolls, really cool game. I will say I really, really did enjoy it. Auto scroller, they say it's got roguelike elements. I would argue that it probably doesn't. It's an auto scroller. It's very nostalgia heavy. It's very ghouls and goblins, ghosts and goblins, that kind of thing. Like you've even got the same sort of style of the map, the overmap, as you go between levels and stuff.
I'm a little sad to hear it's like an auto scroller though, because I was looking at it and going, "This looks pretty cool." And now that like,
that's the whole point.
you know,
it's the name.
Yeah, well, I thought. Well, admittedly, I didn't look too deeply into this, but I was thinking like Dark Scrolls. It's a kind of sort of maybe Dark Souls game, and there's scrolls involved somehow, not an auto scroller.
Almost, it's a Dark auto scroller. Honestly, it's not a Souls like. It's not. It's not that hard. It was fun. It was really fun. The sound design is awesome. The characters are really cool. There's multiple characters to unlock, and they all play really differently. We unlocked Biscuit, who is a dog, who just barks. It was really cool. All the music was really cool.
I'm laughing at that because Nix's housemate has a dog called Biscuit, and she likes to bark.
Perfect. Yeah. She's in the game.
Yeah.
So no, look, it was cool. It was definitely a bit of fun. It's on Steam at the moment for like $14 Australian. So it's not a pricey game by any means, but it was fun. We got a few good hours out of it. We then did some guess the game, which is always a good time because I get called a virgin for being able to guess games too easily.
Yeah, how many of you are engaged? Just quietly, tell us in the comments.
That's it. That's our call to action for this one. Is it? Are you engaged?
Yeah,
or are you just lonely? I like it.
I mean, the thing can be two things, can't
it? I know. The other one that's worth updating, Jim, on what I've been playing. Persona 3. Persona 3 Reload. I finished it. I got the platinum. I finished the run. My blind playthrough turned into 100% playthrough without guides. Like without... Let me rephrase. In Persona, I use the guides for like what to say on a date because it's just a waste of time to not get that maxed out. But I picked everything I was doing on my own. Brilliant game. Really, really good. If you haven't played a Persona game, I wouldn't say it's the best first game, but it's a really, really fun time. It is just everything that makes Persona fun. It has got me so excited, Jim, for Persona 4 remake later this year and for Persona 6 when it comes out. Look, I'm eating good. I'm very happy with what I'm dealing with at the moment.
Yeah, I must admit, like I'm a little not disappointed in myself, but I wish I had more time for gaming at the moment because I'm just going back to some old favorites, and there's nothing wrong with going back to classics. Like you do that every now. You do a replay of stuff, but I will say like I am keen to get back into some more Mass Effect 3, just because like you know the problem when you designate something a stream game and then you've only can play it on stream. Like that's a problem that streamers have, kids. Like if you decide you're going to play a game on stream, that's the only place it gets played.
And sometimes you just want to put some hours into something offline. It's like, to platinum Persona 3 was 61 hours of playtime, Jim. If I was streaming that's a year.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
So no, it's
I should go back and look when my first Mass Effect 1 stream was. I'm going to go do that quickly because I'm just sitting there thinking because I've done Mass Effect 1, 2, and now halfway through 3, and we're in July, almost in August. And I'm pretty sure that I would have started that like January, February sometime.
I mean, that's a pretty good turnaround if we're honest. Like you've definitely been a bit of consistency here. It is I reckon I'm just making you feel bad, Jim, that every week I come in with like 4 different games that I've checked out in the week.
You are, Dave. I would appreciate it if you stop making me feel bad about my gaming habits, please.
Well, it's all right, Jim. We're 2 weeks into the final part of the World of Warcraft season. And I have a looming deadline in WoW that is rapidly approaching, and it is stressing me out. So my playtime soon is going to be all my spare time will be in World of Warcraft. But, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not stressed.
Until it finishes, and then you'll have more time to play even more games.
Oh, that's exactly it. And then we'll just have to play catch up on everything I haven't played. I've been trying to figure out what Souls-like is the next one on the list. It might be Neo. I'm thinking that maybe we'll check out Neo because I've heard good things of that.
So I just went and had a look at my VODs for when I started Mass Effect 1, 13th of January.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done well to get through 3 games in the better part of the year.
Yeah, but they're not like super long. Well, they're not super long games by today's standards. Like I think it's been about 30 hours into each so far for the ones I finished. But I think 3 will be a bit longer.
I definitely think we're going to have a very uneven episode if we go back and rate the games that we've played this year, Jim, which is one of the ones that I've got on the whiteboard as a potential idea.
Well, I mean, if we're doing a podcast, we've got to do like our games of this year as well. And also, I have to look up when Zero Company's coming out. Oh,
I think part of my problem is I have really been living the patient gamer life this year. I've played so many games from years ago that are just brilliant. But like, I've just been sort of playing catch up on a lot of the backlog. Like Sekiro. Sekiro is one of my games of the year. It did not come out this year, but it is arguably one of my games of the year. I don't know. I think Pragmata's still up there. Procopia. There's been a lot of good games this year, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know we talked about it a while back, but there has been a lot of good games coming out. And there's still more to come. Up until GTA comes out, then nothing releases for the rest of the year, unfortunately. So,
yeah, even like I just looked up Zero Company because Mad Star Wars fan. I've got to be playing that, and that's 27th of August, so end of next month. So I better get my butt.
Well, that's all right. You get through the convention, and then you can just play some video games.
It. That sounds almost like a relaxing time or something. Like this hobby we've picked should be relaxing.
Oh, look. I argue it's relaxing. I give myself dumb challenges, and I've done it to myself. Like that platinum for Persona 3. That was 131. That's my 131st platinum. That is too many games, Jim. Just in general. Like, yes, I've had that account forever, but
still, it is a lot of platinums.
It is a lot of time doing what you were complaining about at the start of the episode, which is grinding out trophies after you beat a game. Just going, all right, well, I've beaten the game and I still need to kill like 4 times as many enemies. So put a podcast on. If you're doing it yourself, Mondayish podcast, really good for listening in the background while you trophy hunt. And just grinding out all these kills or things like that. So,
I'm sitting there and thinking there's 2 video games I can remember that I have 100% finished. One was Super Mario World, where I had prided myself on finding all 96 exits on my own, no guides, working out where I could go and where I couldn't go. And the second one it was actually a Double Fine game called Costume Quest. I don't know if
Costume Quest is great. Yes. Yeah. No, Costume Quest is a really cool game.
But I do remember there was one achievement that took me years to get because I kept forgetting to play the game on Christmas Day, because you had to play the game on Christmas Day to get an achievement.
Can I ask something that you're probably gonna?
I don't know why I didn't reset my clock. I don't know why I didn't.
Okay, good. I was just gonna say, can you just change the date on the console or the PC?
I probably could have, but I didn't try it. So, but like these days, if you do that, there's stuff that like there's so many security features in Windows. If your date doesn't match up with some server date, the computer goes, no, we're not doing that. Something's wrong here. You can't do anything now.
Gotta love Windows. Jim, stand by, and because I do these completions, all that kind of thing. Do whatever you want in the game. If it's a single player game, cheat, glitch, do skips, all that kind of stuff, because you're not hurting it.
Yeah. Well, I do miss that from single player games, like going back and like Doom. I still remember the cheats from that. IDSPISPOPD was the walk through walls cheat in the original Doom. Yeah, you just type that into the keyboard, away you go. IDKFA, unlimited ammo. Let's go.
No, and that's that kind of stuff is fun. It depends on the game. I would argue, don't make yourself invincible in Sekiro.
No,
that kind of defeats the purpose. But like play on Jeppy mode, which is what we call it at home, which is story mode. Things like Persona, they all do story mode. If you die in a fight, you can just stand back up and keep fighting from where you were up to. So you don't even lose progress. It's just like you can just brute force your way through. Get told off by your housemate for cheating.
And look, I will say, like, while we're saying it's okay to cheat, I think for me, a lot of the fun of video games come from the challenge. And I think for you too, a bit there, Dave, as well. But there are bits of games where you get stuck and it just gets annoying and it's not fun anymore. And if that cheat helps you get past that bit in games and back onto the fun stuff, let's go for it.
No, I don't know what that feels like, Jim. I'm a gamer. I just
Gamer
no, look,
with a
I
capital
think,
G, yeah.
yeah, and a hard R.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to make the fun in your own games, and a single player game or anything like that. Yeah, glitch through walls. I take a lot of joy in breaking game. You know, like chat complains about on stream or all that kind of stuff. Like if a game gives you the ability to break it, do it. Just knock like I also think there's a difference between looking something up and breaking a game that way, or if you naturally break a game, just do it. Why not? What are you gonna and of course not when there's multiplayer, because that sucks. Playing with cheaters sucks. But yeah, like if you're really stuck on something or that kind of thing, do it.
I think that's something we should definitely stress there, though, is this is for single player games where the experience isn't ruined for others by cheating. Like if you're in a multiplayer, like what are you doing cheating in, you know, CSGO or CS2 or Valorant or League or whatever? Why? Just don't do it.
No, that's it. But no, look, I enjoy the challenge more than challenge. It clearly ticks some part of my brain is the tick box or the finishing something. So being able to look down 130 odd games and just go, I have done all the trophies. And, you know, arguably a lot of those games, that's not 100% completion, but it's enough. I don't have the drive to go see 100% on it. I'm happy to get the trophies and go, cool, that has got my money's worth on that game.
Yep. Is there any game that you got a platinum for that you wish you didn't get suckered into that?
I got the platinum for Shadow of Mordor. Or Shadow of War. With the second one of the Lord of the Rings Assassin's Creed style kind of games. Before they patched it. So when they first released it, the final chapter was a grind. Like you're talking about 20 hours of just doing the same task over and over and over. And I got the platinum. I was writing a guide. Like I wrote a guide for a website on how to get the platinum, all that kind of stuff. So I was doing it for that and doing all that kind of stuff. About 6 months later, they patched it and took it from 20 hours to like 1 hour. And there was a part of me just going, yeah, I'm a bit annoyed at that. Otherwise, I don't love New Game Plus. So for me, a lot of those where like the last trophy is New Game Plus, they will sit on my profile for quite a long time until I get to the point of going, you know what, I do feel like playing that again, and then I'll play it through on New Game Plus. So I wouldn't say there's any that I hate or hated doing. I'm just having a look at my platinums by rarity, because that's going to tell us which one is probably the
suckiest to get. Yeah.
The least pleasant. Actually, yeah, MasterChef. So Pixel Junk Nom Nom Galaxy is a really cool game about making soup. I really do enjoy it. It's a very cute game, but it had one where you had to make a heap of soup on a multiplayer thing.
Oh,
There was about 10 people playing the game, even after it, like not long after it came out. Like it was not popular. So I had to actually organize with a dude in America to both get up at a weird time and just both go on multiplayer and knock this trophy out. So that one was a bit brutal.
Yeah, just if you're doing achievements, don't link them to multiplayer unless you're solely a multiplayer game. Then I guess go for it. But if you're an indie game, and yeah, just don't do it.
No, and that's part of it, you know, and it's those kind of things. My other really rare one, which I did enjoy, and I stand by it, Fall Guys. You know, Fall Guys was a hell of a platinum to get when it first came out. Because, Jim, I don't know if you're aware of this, there's one trophy in Fall Guys that was you had to get a crown 5 times in a row.
Oh, Jesus.
So I got that legitimately. The first time I got it. The second time I got it, I just did it through a easier play mode because the game had been out and they had like playlists and stuff. But I got the first one like legitimately, and that was a I would say honestly one that I was proud of.
Yeah,
because that's an achievement. And so I think it's
Mate,
I like it because I go through all these games and I just have a lot of things I just go, I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun, or that was a cool game, or that kind of thing.
Mate, I think in the whole time I was playing Fall Guys, I won 1 crown. So I am super impressed with anybody that could do 5 in a row.
Look, it definitely took a bit. It was always so upsetting when you got to 4 and then like made a mistake and it's just like, it could have been the one. But no, it was real satisfying. But Jim, we've talked about that. We've talked about what we played and that kind of thing. I think this has just been a nice chat today.
It has. It has. I have enjoyed chatting about this. I do think that, like, I think this is going to be a shorter episode today, Dave. I don't think we're going to go too much longer because I am yeah, I like having a light and fluffy chat because a few of our chats recently have been very heavy, but like, let's just keep it light. I do like just a nice fluffy episode.
That's it. Look, it's definitely one chat, live chat, YouTube comments, podcast comments. Do we get podcast comments? I'm assuming we don't,
Spotify has a
if
spot
we
to
do,
put
good on
comments,
you.
but yeah, I haven't
There
actually
we go.
got any, I don't think
There
yet.
we go. There's your challenge. If you listen on Spotify, cool. But leave us a comment. Prove that you exist. But no, Jim, I'm going to wrap us up there. I think this has been a good episode. It's a nice chat. We're going to be back next week. Chat. I'm just calling you chat in general, even if you're watching in the VOD. We don't know when. At some day we will arrive.
I mean, there's a reason
There'll
this
be
is
an
called
announcement that
Mondayish. Yeah.
That's exactly it. But no, if you've been catching us live on twitch.tv/straightjacketgym or twitch.tv/Desane, thank you for being here live. If you're watching on YouTube, drop us a comment, a like, a subscribe, share us, all that kind of thing. If you're on one of your podcast services, whatever it is, even if it's iHeartRadio, share it around. Leave a like if your service provides it, or a comment. I don't know how podcast services work, Jim. But either way, thank you for catching us on episode 23 of Mondayish. I'm Dave, or I'm Desane.
I'm Straight Jacket Jim. Yeah.
There we go. He does it. And we'll see you next Monday-ish.